If you're gonna use print on demand, such as a website like Printify, make sure you watch this entire video first. And if you're new and if you suck at selling online, I'm gonna give you some tips that's gonna help you get those first initial sales. And maybe you're already getting sales here and there. This is gonna give you a consistent foundation of things that you should be looking to add every time that you launch a new listing or a new product, because these are important keys that customers are looking for when it comes to shopping on your own website, or if you're selling on a marketplace. So first and foremost, what is Printify? Printify is a print-on-demand platform where you have access to hundreds and hundreds of products, and they do exactly as that. They print your products on demand, so you don't have to hold any inventory. Basically, a blank t-shirt or a blank product is available on their website so that you can link it to your store, and all you have to do is link your decorated piece of art onto that product. And once the customer purchases the product, then Printify will take your piece of art and print it onto that shirt, and they'll ship it to your customer for you. See, here's the thing though, a lot of the times we cover t-shirts on the channel, but print on demand can be a whole lot more than just that. And of course, with the t-shirts on the platform, there are a lot of limitations because a lot of you guys are attempting to create a clothing brand. And yes, there are t-shirts on the website, but sometimes we think about brand as two different things. A lot of the times, for those of you guys who may have a clone brand, you're probably looking to create something entirely unique, full-on print, sleeve prints with a neck print, custom t-shirts, heavyweight, so much, right? So this might not be exactly the platform that you are looking for. However, there are hundreds of other products that you can still leverage for your business as well. And of course, when it comes to brand, it is a bit subjective on what it can be. So I'll give you a case study on how some brands and some big businesses are actually using the print-on-demand platform. Alright, so Pat McAfee is a sports analyst and a former football player, and I know for a fact in the past that he has used print on demand for his merch. Reason being is because one of my customers received one of his shirts before, so there was a mix-up somewhere. Obviously, mistakes happen, but we don't know if that's the case still nowadays. So obviously, the Pat McAfee show is a brand, right? A lot of you guys, when it comes to clothing, you think of like a crazy clone brand, and I know a lot of times you're thinking of like some kind of crazy streetwear where you have distressed t-shirts, or you have full oversized prints, or even specialty type of print. Print on demand is not really a place for that. So as you can see right here, Pat McAfee is a brand. And as you can see, if you click on here, he's just getting some typical t-shirts printed with his brand name on it. And he moves merch, like he moves merch. All right, you guys. So, whenever it comes to a brand, really think about how you can leverage products for your actual brand. Maybe you don't have a clone brand. Maybe you have a podcast. Maybe you have a beverage brand. Maybe you own a nightclub and you're just looking to create merch and not store inventory and just have the products print on demand. So that's what Printify will do for you. And if you already have an established business and you're looking to talk to someone at Printify for, their services for something like this, and you're really unfamiliar with all of it and you're trying to figure out how to set it up, if you're already established, look, you can click on this right here, use cases. You can click merch for e-commerce, merch for fans, merch for enterprises, and then you can schedule a call with them so that you guys can figure it out. So if you're not at that level and you're just getting started, there's two ways to sell things. Obviously, this right here is on their own website, so most of the times, most people are hosting on something like Shopify, where it's an easy website builder where you can list out your own products. And also, Printify integrates directly with Shopify as well. So if you list a product on Printify, it get published to your Shopify store. And also, I do have a gift for you guys. You guys don't have to start off paying the $30, $40 a month plan for your Shopify page. I have a link down below. If you don't see it, go ahead and comment that you want the link and I'll send it to you there. I have a link where you can get started with your Shopify store for just $1. So here are some pros and cons you have to consider when it comes to selling on your own website. There's going to be no type of traffic whatsoever. You're going to be the person who has to be in charge of that. So how are you going to get traffic to your storefront? It can be a multitude of things. It can be social media, it can be content, it can be in-person events where you're directly telling people to get to your website. And that's the challenge for most people, is the marketing aspect itself. The next thing is that you actually have to learn some website building skills. Most people think they can just hop on here and change a few things, upload their products, and they think that's what's going to get them some sales. Like I mentioned earlier, some tips that I wanted to mention in this video. Here's some tips right here. Now, this might be small, but every small detail on your website really adds up to being whole. So every little thing is just creating a 1% additional trust for the actual customer. For example, so a lot of people who are starting off forget to even add privacy policies, refund policies, shipping policies, even terms of service. And why is this even important? You have to look at it from your own perspective. When it comes to you as a customer, when you're purchasing on a brand new website, it only takes 1 or 2 seconds for you to steer away wait. So you have to have every single reason possible for a customer to actually stick around and actually trust your website so they can actually make a conversion on there. So always add your policy. And the next thing up, guarantees. Lots of people are afraid of guarantees because they're afraid of something going wrong and it's going to be the seller's fault. You have to let the customer know you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that they are satisfied. That can include 14-day guarantees like refunds, exchanges. If a product is lost, you'll be sure to take care of it. Majority of the times, these mistakes don't happen. It does happen every once in a blue moon. Package may go missing. A customer might actually be dissatisfied and you have to do whatever it takes to make them happy. But those are things that you take care of after the sale. You want every reason before the sale so that the customer can actually check out with you. Now, here's another tip. Social proof. We are very blessed to live in a day and age where we can create digital products without having to create the physical thing. But at the same time, that can be a big con because yes, we can create mock-ups all day. You know, we have those little AI video mock-up creators and it looks somewhat real sometimes, but there's a huge difference between being able to get real photos from real customers or even videos that actually includes your product. This right here is what you call social proof. That way the customer knows that there's some real engagement going on with your actual product. They can actually see the product was printed before in real life. So they know the product is real. They know your website is not a scam. So that's why photos, testimonials, reviews, all of that is really important when it comes to selling online, especially your own platform. All right, so that's selling on your own website like a Shopify store. Next, which we talk about a lot, is selling on a marketplace like Etsy or even Amazon. So on marketplaces though, you're not really focused on a brand unless your brand is catered towards a particular item or solves some kind of problem. So imagine you had a brand that revolves around sports. Maybe you create football gloves, visors, ski masks, mouth guards. These are products that, yes, you are the brand owner, but like people on Amazon are looking for ski masks, mouth guards, backplates, football gloves. So you have an ideal reason to actually be on a marketplace if you have a brand that's catering to a particular need. Or for the most part, what I do is we just reverse search products that are popular and we use that as inspiration to create our own products and design. So most of the time we're just creating products that solves a problem or something that people's looking for. So to be straight to the point, if you're new to selling online, focus on your social proof, your guarantees, your policies, and always remember there's two different ways of being able to do this. It's on your own website or selling on a marketplace, but remember you'll be catering to two different types of business models and this is going to reflect on the type of products that you're actually going to be creating. And before you start hopping onto print on demand and using Printify, remember there's 900 products on the actual platform. So think about what kind of product that you're actually going to create. And lastly, you probably won't get that first sale immediately. Maybe you will from friends and family, but this does take time and you have to learn how to do things properly. If you're just starting off, you're probably a bad designer. You don't know how to do product research. You don't even know how to build a website. You don't even know how to do marketing. There's so many layers to it. But once you tackle each piece alone, you're going to be able to create the entire package that really solves the problem so that a customer can actually convert on your website. Then once the sales start rolling in, then you'll know exactly who you want to hire for the pieces that you really suck at. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and go ahead and comment and let me know if this video was helpful. Sometimes I make videos, I don't know if it's helpful or not, so I need to know if this video is helpful for you. I'll see you in the next one.